A continuation of the reading of the Tao Te Ching. Chapter 39, Unity. Only those who attain unity become what they are meant to be. The heavens attained unity and became space. Matter attained unity and became earth. Spirit attained unity and became mind. Valleys attained unity and rivers flowed into them. All things that attain unity have life, and the highest is that which produces unity. Rulers, as they attain unity, become models of conduct for the people. If heaven were not space, it would fall. If earth were not solid, it would melt. If spirit were not unified, it would vanish. If valleys were not unified, they would dry up. Everything, if not for life, would dissipate. Rulers, if they overestimate themselves, will fall. Nobles should find their roots among the commoners, for the high is always founded upon the low. Great rulers identify with orphans, inferiors, and the unworthy, because they recognize their roots in the lowest of their people. The wise do not desire to be set aside as precious gems, nor discarded as worthless stones. Chapter 40, Non-Existence. The Tao seems non-existent, but it is the basis of existence. The universe, the earth, and everything in it comes from existence, but its existence comes from non-existence. Chapter 41, Students. A great student, when he hears of the Tao, earnestly practices it. A good student, when he hears of the Tao, sometimes follows it and sometimes loses it. A typical student, when he hears of the Tao, ridicules it. Were it not easily ridiculed, it would not be the true Tao. Those most illumined by the Tao are often the dimmest. Those most advanced in the Tao are often the furthest behind. Those best guided by Tao are the least self-assured. Those high in virtue resemble lowly valleys. The innocent are more likely to be shamed. The best craftsmen can seem inefficient. The most generous are indistinguishable from the poor. The greatest square has no corners. The greatest vessel is never filled. The greatest sound has no speech. The greatest form has no shape. The Tao is obscure and without name, and yet it is precisely the Tao that alone can fulfill and complete. Chapter 42, Yin and Yang. The Tao produces unity. Unity produces duality. Duality produces trinity. Trinity produces all things. All things contain both the negative principle yin and the positive principle yang. The third principle, energetic vitality, qi, makes them harmonious. There are some things which it is a gain to lose and a loss to gain. This may not be what they teach in school, but it is the first lesson in the Tao. Chapter 43, Stillness and Silence. The soft overcomes the hard, the flexible conquers the stiff, the ethereal penetrates the solid. This is why there is great advantage in stillness and silence over movement and speaking, but few ever attain the advantage, for few practice stillness and silence. Chapter 44, True Freedom. Which is better, fame or integrity? Which is more valuable, riches or good character? Which is more dangerous, failure or success? Overindulgence creates waste. Hoarding invites loss. The man who is content with what he has is not in danger of loss. The man who knows when to stop is free to go on. Chapter 45, Perfectionism. Extreme perfection seems imperfect, for it never stops perfecting. Extreme fulfillment appears empty, for it never stops filling. Extreme straightness appears crooked. Extreme skill, clumsy. Extreme eloquence, stammering. Not extreme perfection, but purity and clarity are the targets at which we should aim. Chapter 46, Contentment. When a nation follows the Tao, its horses are harnessed to plows. When a nation ignores the Tao, its horses are girded for war. There is no sin greater than desire. There is no misfortune greater than discontent. There is no calamity greater than greed. To know the Tao is to know contentment. Chapter 47, Explore Within. Without going abroad, you can have knowledge of the world. Without gazing at the stars, you can perceive the heavenly Tao. The more you wander, the less you know. The wise explore without traveling, discern without seeing, finish without striving, and arrive at their destination without leaving home. Chapter 48, Cleverness. Those who study in school become clever, while those who practice the Tao become simple. Again and again, students of the Tao must humble themselves until they reach the state of non-doing. Then they will do nothing, yet leave nothing undone. In ruling a nation, one must not use cleverness. The clever are not fit to command. Chapter 49, Universality. Wise rulers have boundless hearts, for in the hearts of the people they find their own. The wise ruler treats the good with goodness, and treats the not so good with goodness too, for goodness is its own reward. The wise ruler treats the faithful with good faith, treats the unfaithful with good faith too, for good faith is its own reward. Wise rulers are universal, and the people are their eyes and ears. Chapter 50, Invulnerable. Life is a going forth, death is a returning home. Out of 10 people, 3 are seeking life, 3 are seeking death, 3 are dying, only 1 is immortal. The wise, when they travel, are never attacked by wild beasts, and when coming among soldiers, they do not fear for their lives. The rhinoceros cannot find a place to horn them, nor the tiger a place to claw them, nor soldiers a place to wound them. Why? Because the wise are invulnerable. Chapter 51, Profound Virtue. The Tao gives life to all things. Virtue feeds them. Matter shapes them. Energy completes them. This is why all things honor the Tao and esteem virtue. Honor for the Tao and esteem for virtue arise spontaneously, for the Tao gives life to all creatures, and virtue nurses them, raises them, nurtures, matures, and protects them. The Tao gives life freely, making no claim of ownership. Virtue forms them, but does not force them, raises them, but does not rule them. This is why virtue is profound. Chapter 52, The Tao's Light. When creation began, the Tao became the world's mother. When you know your mother, you also know that you're a child. When you recognize that you're a child, you will stay close to your mother, so she can keep you safe. Those who watch their mouths and guard their actions will be free from trouble to the end of life. Those who babble and meddle in others' business cannot escape from trouble even to the end of life. To recognize your insignificance is empowering. To show sympathy is strength. Those who follow the Tao's light arrive at enlightenment. Chapter 53, The Plain Way. Even if you lack great learning, still you can walk in the ways of the great Tao. It is not ignorance, but cleverness that you should fear. The great way is very plain, so the proud prefer the bypass. When the palace is splendid, the fields are likely to be weedy and the granaries empty. To wear jewels and silks, to flash your weapons, to eat and drink excessively, to store up wealth and treasure, this is the way of robbers. Pomp is contrary to the Tao. Chapter 54, A Model for Others. A tree that is well planted is not easily uprooted. A treasure that is well guarded is not easily taken away. If you pass on the Tao to your children, your family's virtue will endure. The one who practices the Tao shows that virtue is real. The family that practices the Tao shows that virtue is abiding. The township that practices the Tao shows that virtue is enduring. The nation that practices the Tao shows that virtue is expansive. The empire that practices the Tao shows that virtue is universal. One person becomes a model for others, one family for other families, one town for other towns, one nation for other nations, and one empire for all empires. Chapter 55, Become Childlike. The virtuous are like innocent children. Poisonous insects will not sting them. Wild beasts will not seize them. Birds of prey will not attack them. Their bones may be weak, and their muscles tender, but their grasp is sure. They know nothing of power, yet they are bursting with life. Their spirits are strong indeed. They can sob and cry all day without becoming hoarse. Their voices are harmonious indeed. To know this harmony is to know the eternal. To know the eternal is to know enlightenment. To increase life is to know blessedness. To increase inner vitality is to gain strength. As creatures grow and mature, they begin to decay. This is the opposite of the Tao. The Tao remains ever young. Chapter 56, Embrace Mystery. Those who talk do not know. Those who know do not talk. The wise shut their mouths and watch their actions. They dull their sharpness, unravel their tangles, dim their brilliance, and embrace the mysterious. They cannot be moved by praise or blame. They cannot be changed by profit or loss. They cannot be honored or humiliated. And so the wise are truly honored. Chapter 57, Good Government. The government is best administered with virtue. The army is best directed with strategy. The people are best ruled by giving them freedom. How do I know this is so? By the Tao. The more restrictions that are enacted, the poorer the people become. The more soldiers that patrol the streets, the more disorderly the city becomes. The more officials are crafty and cunning, the harder people are to control. The more laws and orders are issued, the more thieves and robbers abound. The wise ruler says, if I practice restraint, the people will reform themselves. If I love peace, the people will become peaceful. If I am not greedy, the people will become prosperous. If I practice simplicity, the people will remain simple. In chapter 58, Simple and Square. When an administration practices simplicity, the people are content. When an administration is nosy, the people become unruly. When the labor of the many supports the happiness of the few, such happiness only conceals misery. Who can stop the cycle? It never ceases. The normal becomes abnormal. The fortunate becomes unfortunate. The people are kept in confusion. Wise rulers are square, but they do not poke. They are angular, but do not injure. They are upright, but do not cross. They are bright, but not glaring. Chapter 59, Life Without Limits. In ruling and in life, nothing surpasses moderation. One must form the habit early. Acquiring moderation results in accumulating virtue. By accumulating virtue, nothing is impossible. If nothing is impossible, one knows no limits. If one knows no limits, one may rule the empire. Those who possess moderation will endure. They have deep roots and strong stems. This is the secret to a long life, as well as lasting insight into the Tao. Chapter 60, Fearless. One should do great things as one fries small fish, simply, boldly, and without fear. By following the Tao, one may successfully rule an empire. Ghosts will not frighten, gods will not harm, charlatans will not mislead the people. When the people live freely and fearlessly, virtue will abound. Chapter 61, Submission. A well-governed state is like a woman, just as a woman through cheerful and able service wins control over a man. So a great state by its peaceful generosity to smaller countries wins their allegiance. And so a small state by yielding to a great state wins influence over it. Some submit to a conqueror, others conquer by submitting. Great states have no higher purpose than to form a federation and feed the people. Small states have no higher purpose than to enter a federation and serve the people. They have different ends, but to achieve them, both must practice submission. And then chapter 62, The Saving Tao. The Tao is a sanctuary of all. It is a good person's treasure and the bad person's last resort. Beautiful words may sell goods, but it takes kind actions to save people. Why should people be put to death for their mistakes? Even criminals can reform. Better than riding a fine horse in the emperor's entourage is sitting and teaching the Tao to those who need it most. The ancients esteem the Tao because those who seek it will find it, and by it sinners can be saved. Is it not so? This is why the world honors the Tao. Chapter 63, Small Beginnings. Avoid striving and practice non-doing. Learn to taste the tasteless, to grow the small things, and to multiply the few. Respond to hatred with kindness. Resolve difficulties while they are easy, and manage great things while they are small. All the world's problems arise from slight causes, and all great achievements have small beginnings. The wise stay out of great affairs, and so establish their greatness. Many things that appear easy are full of difficulties. This is why the wise consider everything difficult, so in the end, they have no difficulties. Chapter 64, Attend to the End. That which is at rest is easily restrained. That which has not yet appeared is easily prevented. That which is weak is easily broken. That which is meager is easily scattered. Consider difficulties before they arise, and order things before they become disorganized. A mighty tree grows from a tiny seed. A pagoda of 9 stories is built from small bricks, and a journey of 3,000 miles begins with one step. Try to reshape a thing, and you will deface it. Try to control it, and you will lose it. The wise, accepting things as they are, deface nothing. Not seizing things, they do not lose them. While others, in their mad rush for wealth, are always chasing success, but coming up short. To succeed, be as attentive at the end of an enterprise as at the beginning. The wise do not desire what they do not possess. They learn to be unlearned. They attend to what others ignore. In that spirit, they help things grow without interfering. Chapter 65, Profound Simplicity. In ancient times, rulers who followed the Tao did not puff up the people, but kept them simple-hearted. Clever people are difficult to govern, and so governing people with cleverness is a mistake, while governing with simplicity is a blessing to all. Rulers who follow this become good models. This is governing in the spirit of the Tao. The effects of simplicity are profound indeed, deep and far-reaching. It is the very opposite of common governing, but it is the most effective way to rule. Chapter 66. Lead from below. Rivers and seas rule the land by staying below it. Wise rulers, desiring to lead the people, humble themselves and stay below them. Wishing to help the people, they stay out of the way. Wise rulers live above, without burdening the people. They guide without coercion. They do not quarrel with anyone, and so no one quarrels with them. This is why the world rejoices and never tires of a wise ruler. Chapter 67. Compassion. The Tao is by nature immaterial, yet all the world calls it great. It is because the Tao does not put on appearances that it is great. When a person puts on a show trying to appear great, their mediocrity is soon exposed. The Tao has 3 treasures, which the wise guard and treasure. The first is compassion, the second is economy, the third is humility. If you are compassionate, you can be truly courageous. If you are economical, you can be truly generous. If you are humble, you can be truly helpful. If you are brave but lack compassion, or generous but lack economy, and try to help others but lack humility, you've lost the way. Compassion leads to victory in battle and safety in defense. Fortune blesses the compassionate. Chapter 68. Bring out the best. The best warrior is not warlike. The best fighter is not frenzied. The best conqueror is not quarrelsome. The best ruler is not unruly. Bring out the best in yourself, and you will bring out the best in others. This is the falling of the Tao. Since ancient days, it is the way of virtue. Chapter 69. Know your weakness. A great military general once said, I dare not invite conflict as a host, but always act as a guest. I hesitate to advance an inch, and am quick to withdraw a foot. This is advancing by not advancing. It is winning without weapons. It is charging without rage. It is seizing without force. There is no mistake greater than making light of an enemy through overconfidence. We make ourselves vulnerable. When well-marched armies come to conflict, the one that is aware of its own weakening conquers. Chapter 70. Hidden treasure. My words are easy to understand and easy to put into practice. Yet no one in the world seems to understand them or put them into practice. Words have an ancestor, a preceding idea, and deeds have a master, a preceding purpose. As ideas and purposes are often misunderstood, so am I misunderstood. My words are precious beyond measure, but I am not one to flaunt my riches. The wise wear plain clothes and keep their gems out of sight. Chapter 71. Not knowing. Not to know the things you ought to know is folly. To know that there are some things you cannot know is wisdom. The wise recognize the limits of their knowledge. The foolish think that they know everything. Chapter 72. Room to breathe. When the people are too foolish to recognize danger, disaster will surely come. Do not confine the people in tight quarters, or they will chafe against your rule. Give them room to breathe, so that they will not become restless. The wise, while valuing themselves, do not overestimate themselves. They reject flattery and gain true merit. Chapter 73. Courage and caution. Reckless courage leads to death. Cautious courage leads to life. These two things, courage and caution, must be balanced. The right thing at one time is the wrong thing at another. This is why the wise approach everything with both courage and caution. The Tao does not fight, yet it conquers. It makes no demands, yet it receives. It issues no summons, but things come to it naturally. The Tao's reach is vast, indeed. It casts a wide net and loses nothing. Chapter 74. Sharp tools. What good is it to threaten people with death? If capital punishment was an effective deterrent, no one would dare commit a crime. When administering justice, be careful. The executioner is like a skilled carpenter at his trade. Do not try to take his place. For if you pick up the carpenter's sharp tools, you are liable to cut yourself. Chapter 75. Oppression. When taxes are excessive, the people starve. When officials are overbearing, the people rebel. When governments make life miserable, the people wish for death. Oppressive measures never achieve their intended results. Chapter 76. Stay flexible. A living being is tender and flexible. A corpse is hard and stiff. It is the same with everything. Leaves and grasses are tender and delicate, but when they die, they become rigid and dry. Those who are hard and inflexible belong to death's domain, but the gentle and flexible belong to life. As soon as a tree reaches its greatest height, it begins to die. The strongest soldiers are those who refuse to conquer. The strong stumble and the mighty fall. The tender and weak rise above. Chapter 77. The Tao resembles the stretching of a bow. It humbles the mighty and exalts the lowly. It takes from those who have much and gives to those in need. This is the Tao. It diminishes those who have abundance and lavishes those who lack. The human way is just the opposite. Creditors take from those who lack and give to those who already abound. Where are the wealthy who will use their riches to serve the world? The wise earn much, but claim it not for themselves. They accomplish much, but are not attached to their accomplishments. They succeed abundantly, yet make no show of their success. Chapter 78. Paradoxical Truths. Nothing is gentler than water, yet nothing can withstand its force. Likewise, nothing compares to the Tao. By it the weak defeat the strong, and the flexible conquer the rigid. Everyone knows that this is true, but how few put it into practice. Monks and priests are often the worst sinners. Police officers and lawmakers are often the worst criminals. Truth is often paradoxical. Chapter 79. Avoid lawsuits. Wherever there is a legal dispute between two parties, even after it is resolved, bitterness remains. How can this be avoided? It is virtuous to keep one's obligations, but the wise go beyond this. They do not insist on their rights, but forgive the debts of those who owe them. They know that the Tao will reward them for staying out of court. Chapter 80. Happy at home. In a small country with few people, government is still necessary, but let it be very limited. The people should be kept safe and content. Then though there are carriages and ships, the people will not want to leave their country. And though there are shields and swords, there will be no reason to use them. Then people will freely practice their trades, delight in their cuisine, be content with their clothes, take pride in their homes, and rejoice in the holidays. Neighboring countries may be so near that dogs can be heard barking at night, but your people will be so content they will grow old and die without ever wanting to leave home. Chapter 81. True Words. True words are often unpleasant. Pleasant words are often untrue. Those who know the truth do not argue about it. Those who argue do not know the truth. Scholars are seldom the wisest people. The wise are seldom scholars. Those who steal from others impoverish themselves. Those who give to others become rich. Those who fight do not win. Those who win do not fight. And this is the way of the Tao. And that concludes this amazing book.